Wise guys with Winston and Muggsy know how to play the game, trust me. Who came to put the team on top? Tune in, sit back, let the beats just drop. Yo, it's Wise guys with Winston and Muggsy.
Experience has been, I've been doing enterprise development for probably about 15 years. And there's a lot of pain points in Web 2, a lot of necessary evils and things of that nature. So I went on this venture to create ICP Studio to, at first, pretty much just solve my own problems, right? Because there was a lot of fragmentation in the development tooling, but it just kept blossoming and blooming to something bigger and better. And now we have what you see here. And basically, it's a one stop shop creators platform for anything you need to do, anything you want to do on ICP in terms of creating full stack applications. And the way I laid this out here, this is the management console, and everything starts with a wallet. So, as you know, you need an ICP to power the canisters via cycles. So, the first thing you do as you log in is send some ICP to your wallet. And then the next logical thing that you would do is fund the user canister. And that's going to be the first canister that you see in your canister section. And what's cool about that is this is kind of like your mothership, right? And all of your data, everything is housed in the user canister. Without the user canister, nothing works, right? And this is also how you spin up other canisters. So all these canisters that I have down here, they were spawned from the user canister, and that's how they originally got their cycles. So if you create a new canister, it's going to take the cycles away from your user canister. But you can also come in here and top up your canister individually, and it'll pull from the wallet that we just showed. The next logical step would be to create a project, and you can do that one of two ways. You can do that manually, which is just going to stand up a whole bunch of basic boilerplate code to just get you started, you know, hello world, that kind of stuff. But the other thing that seems to get everybody excited is you can create projects using artificial intelligence, similar to, you know, what you've seen with Caffeine AI. And that's a whole lot of fun. I think Muggsy and Winston will attest to this. It is highly, highly addictive, and it's just a lot of fun, right? And it just so happens that the internet computer, the way that the network is and the way that you deploy software on the ICP, it is perfectly suited for AI to kind of go from prompt all the way to deployment. So it really is next level tech. And I think, you know, this is going to probably be one of the best ways to spread the word of the internet computer. Say, hey, you don't even have to know about the blockchain. Just use this amazing tool here, right? So I will show you what that kind of looks like to kind of just get a project started. I put a simple prompt in here, gave the project a name, and you can attach canisters to the project before you get it started. I'm just going to hit, and immediately it reaches out to Claude. That's the LLM that I'm taking advantage of right now. Claude is amazing at generating code, and it knows, it's pretty familiar with Motoko as well. So as you can see here, it's just pumping it out, kind of what we're all becoming all too familiar with. This is the new paradigm shift within coding here. But I'm gonna keep walking you through the software. Another thing that you can do on ICP Studio is you can create what's called templates, right? And the best way to think about templates is these will eventually be deployable or publishable on a built-in marketplace where you can buy and sell your templates. And what's even cooler about the template is whoever purchases the template from you, they can configure the template with zero code, right? So we have yet another path to building out on ICP without having to worry about being an actual developer. And now we get a little geeky, we get a little techie here. Another part of ICP Studio is you have a built-in social profile as well. So I like to think of it like a maybe miniature LinkedIn or business card, right? And when people go to your social profile, they'll be able to see the kind of things that you're building. And you'll also have a score that's based on how well you're conducting yourself in the marketplace. So if people are highly rating your apps, then your score is going to be pretty high, and that makes people trust you a little bit more to maybe use your services. All right, but cool. So let me show you a couple of things. I just created a few apps this morning and yesterday, and as you know, every well, you may not know this, but every app consists of a back end and a front end, right? So the way to take a peek at what the app actually looks like on ICP Studio is to click the front end link. And right now, this is fully on mainnet, right? So anybody can go out here and play with this. But this was a hey ICP Studio, build me a wallet, right? Build me a wallet application. Um, and right out of the box, if it thinks that you'll benefit from having internet identity authentication, it'll go ahead and add that. You can specify, hey, don't put that in there. But in this particular scenario, it makes sense because it's a wallet, right? So that's one example. Another, and this is just to give you an idea of the kind of apps that you can quickly stand up. The fun about all of this is not so much what can I make in 30 seconds. It's going to be how easily can I iterate on top of this to get to the final destination. And I think that's the same kind of you know same kind of thing we're going to experience with caffeine as well. Let me see what's another one. And I'm going to show you what the deployment process looks like. So if I head over to this project management app, it's really easy to deploy. You literally just click deploy, and it deploys to. Uh-oh, is somebody laughing? Who's laughing?
Me, I was loud because it's just so simple. Just hit deploy, just like, yeah, just as you do.
You're messing up my presentation, man.
Sorry.
Nah, I'm just messing with you, brother. But yeah, it is just that simple. One of the things that I worked on a couple of weeks back was the scaling out of the deployment because that's a pretty big deal. But my problem, not your problem. So deployment is pretty simple once you have working code, and so it's just about to wrap up the back end deployment. Same thing with the front end. You just hit deploy, and this is so much more user friendly, right, than when I came into the ecosystem. And that's what's encouraging for me personally is things are just getting so much better in terms of building out on ICP. And in the beginning, when I first got to the ecosystem, I'm like, how do I even put just a website on the the network? So I think everyone's going to be able to build with such ease. And what ICP Studio allows you to do once you've built something great is to continue to use the code and keep all of your code on chain. Everything you see right here is fully on the blockchain. And I even have built-in versioning. When you get very advanced, you're going to want to say, hey, what if I want version 1.0, 1.2, or 3.5 or whatever? You have built-in versioning so that, and now obviously it's not going to replace GitHub or anything like that. But if you have basic use cases, you're probably going to be able to avoid having to put your code onto GitHub as well, and keep it in a tamper-proof canister environment. But here's what I just deployed right here. It's a project management. You probably have seen this if you watched my demos, but yet again, built-in internet identity login, and now you have basic project management type of tools at your disposal. Let me see. Shameless plug. Here's my YouTube. If you guys have never seen my YouTube page, and if you're on Open Chat, give us a little shout. We have a lot of fun out here, and all we talk about is mostly ICP for the most part. So here's the cool. What's up?
I want to let everybody know we got Dash and Bart in holding right now, guys. Just
Absolutely.
hang on, Dash. Hang on, Bart. We'll get to you.
Yeah, hang on, everybody. Hang on. We're watching history here. Hang on.
Oh, we got some questions. Questions coming down the pipe.
Nope.
I have. I've got loads of questions coming down my phone right now. So thanks for that, Preston.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all
And
about.
right.
Now, this was a little funny story here. I've been trying to get my wife to see what this thing does for months. And you know, can I get an amen for my brothers who are married? If all you talk about is ICP, what is? Just tell me what does that do in your situation? Does anybody have any comments on that, Winston?
Yeah, it makes my wife speak with your wife about how much she hates ICP. That's what happened, and how we're banned from ICP,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
on
yeah.
our breaks.
Vacation, be on vacation, okay?
Right, exactly. Honeymoons, everything, right? So finally, I got her to check out, you know, ICP Studio, and she wanted to build a life balancer manager. Well, I'm sure she didn't say it like that, but she wanted something of this nature. So we put it together. Now, mind you, I'm as a developer, I'm in demo mode, right? I'm just let's put some basic thing. When she finally saw what it does, which I've been trying to tell her for about forever, um, she wanted to build the thing for real, you know, and that's kind of where I think all of this is going. It is just that addictive that when you see what it can do, you want to make solutions for your life, right? So we're actually going to build this out, you know, when the time comes. But it's really cool. You can now you're no longer going to the app store and finding generic solutions. You can fully customize something to fit your life, right? So that's the life management app. You know, and that's just a few things I wanted to show you guys. It's very easy to get these things started. Again, you can start with the AI prompt. And now I'm going to let you, Mugs.
Well, interestingly enough, so I am completely got to remember this, guys, and it's one of the things Preston's put me through the paces on. But I am like the perfect target audience for this because I have zero developer skills. I've never wrote a line of code in my life. Somehow, I have been able to build multiple different dApps within this ecosystem. Literally build them, ride sharing dApps, and just any dApp that I want to. It's been taking me minutes, but about 20 minutes ago, because I'm one of the things I always go on about within all my spaces or all my live streams is cross-chain and interoperability. That to me is like the key of what happens. But it's massive. But I've just found out now that ICP Studios connected and was able to operate with XRP Ledger just 20 minutes ago. It was able to fetch data and see the transactions in real fucking time of the XRP ledger.
Wow.
That's what I've just found out. Now, also, just quickly as well, Muggsy, I've just found out that there's no audio coming from you. So it seems to be a bit of an issue on your X space. The audio seems to be coming from me.
No, it was my microphone.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. I just want to say that is literally, we all speak about interoperability and everything. ICP Studios has just connected to the XRP ledger. It has just done it. I know this because we've just done it. So I cannot wait to see what that means. I mean, it is just absolutely insane. And Preston, I just want to say as well, and with you as well, Muggsy, I think what you're doing for the hackathon is absolutely amazing. Of course, the ICP Hub United Kingdom is going to be involved. We're moving a little bit further forward now, guys. So if there's anything more you want to cover regarding that before we bring up our first guest and start this show moving. But yes, ICP Studios has connected to the XRP ledger, bringing in multiple different ways in which this now interoperability on a level that is just available at your fucking fingertips. That's what true innovation's about. That is it. And operating like this, Preston, and being able to operate with Caffeine AI as well, having these together, look how bright the ecosystem looks for ICP, for all of us in here now, man. Amazing, amazing,
Yeah,
amazing, amazing.
it is amazing stuff. And I just want to say, if you want any more information, again, head over to the Coin Nation community open chat. We're always there to ask any questions or answer any questions you have. And yeah, man, looking forward to getting you guys in here so that we can all build on the greatest blockchain on the planet.
Wise guys with Winston and Muggsy know how to play the game, trust me. Who came to put the team on top? Tune in, sit back, let the beats just drop.